Magic is awesome. There have been many a video that states how busted magic can be in Elden Ring, and when asked what staff is best to be busted, Lusat gets all the credit. However, is it really the best? Let's take a look at the facts. Now, for this comparison, I'll be using my Meteorite Staff versus Lusat versus Azir. The spell we will use for this test is good old Loretta's Great Bow and also Renala's Full Moon. None of these staves will have an unfair advantage, so I think this is perfect. Now let's abuse our early game abuser, the Heavy Godric Knight. Now as you can see, the Meteorite Staff did 783 damage, and is what I would call the baseline for a comparison, or in other words, our 100% damage. Now let's see what Lusat can do. Lusat did 102% more damage at 801 points of damage for 50% more FP. Not really an improvement, so let's see what Azir can do before continuing. Azir did 718 points of damage, which is only 91.6% of the damage that Meteorite Staff can do, but we'll round it to 92%. Let's see how much Renala can do when used with each of these staffs. The Meteorite Staff did a decent 854 points of damage, which is now our 100% damage baseline. The Lusat Staff, however, did 874 points of damage, which is only 102% of the damage that Meteorite Staff did. The Azir Staff comes in again in last place, doing only 784 points of damage, which is another 92% of the damage that the Meteorite Staff did. Now that we have the statistics, let's see which of these staffs is truly the best. For 50% more FP, Lusat's staff is giving us only 2% more damage than the Meteorite Staff. And Azir's staff isn't even in this competition because it costs you approximately 20% more FP, and the casting speed is not really important in this comparison. I do know that both staffs are only +4, but since this is mid-game and it is very hard to find Summersmithing Stone 5, we can assume that this is where the average player would be. And for mid-game, there is simply no reason for you to be spending 50% more FP for a staff that only gives you 2% more damage. For all my sorcerers out there, you know how hard it is to manage FP, so I don't think it's worth it for us to be sacrificing 50% more FP for such a menial gain. Meteorite Staff is still the best. From early through mid-game, this is your best weapon for getting the most out of your sorceries without wasting FP. Let me know what you think. Do you think that 2% is worth it? Maybe there's a boss that you could have killed faster if you had just 2% more damage? I don't think so, but I'd like to discuss it with you. Let me know below, drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.